Okay. Big topic here, big topic. This one is how to... What was my title? Fuck. How to find your authentic self. What is authenticity? What is self-authenticity? Can we get chat up in here? Self-authenticity is the alignment between a person's actions, values, beliefs, and inner feelings, reflecting their true self. Why is it so important to gain self-authenticity? What kind of actions can you get there? All these questions roding in your brain right now, I can imagine there's a lot. I want to allow you to have the self-peace that I, alhamdulillah, now have. I'm now in a position to be confident in achieving whatever it is. The principles have now come into fruition. I'm now kind of walking around a bit, you know what I mean? I realized that all I needed was just to change the lens that I was wearing. I was constantly looking at things in a specific way. It took me ages to reset that, and I want to shortcut all those things for you to at least give you an understanding of how to achieve this. The courage to be disliked. It has allowed me to acquire self-authenticity through principles. Of course, through principles, all through theory. I had to experience life, of course, to then learn those things and for it to sear into my life. These journeys are within yourself. But I can give you the principles that really did help me, and giving you anecdotes that could potentially be applicable to you. So one of the main principles that I learned was people are not going to like you. Some people are just not going to fuck with you. And that's okay, because it's not your responsibility. One time I had a gaming account and I posted a lot of COD content. I streamed, posted a lot of things, a little bit on YouTube as well. I enjoyed it. I played with my friends every night. I laughed a lot, stayed up, edited, all these things. I did everything, you know, and I got a good traction out of it. I actually built somewhat of a community within my small page, and it allowed me to get like Twitch affiliate and, you know, get all these recurring views. So it was great. It was literally amazing. But no one knows this, but I was really bogged down. I was bogged down by the weight of pressure that I put on myself. I thought if I didn't look good on my face cam, if I had a strand of hair that was in the way, it would ruin the whole clip, and I just ended up not editing, just completely scrapping the whole video. If I posted content that everyone was on, and at the time it was Among Us, I thought that I would get traction and I'd belong because everyone on my page was playing it. I thought, okay, do this because it'll allow me to feel like I belong with this community. It burnt me out. And I know that these things could have been fabricated from my own insecurities. However, I always attribute it to the feeling of wanting to be liked. In a result, at the time, it actually stopped me from creating content. It stopped me from playing games. It kind of tarnished how I felt about games. So even now, I thought, if my room doesn't look aesthetically pleasing, I'm not going to be able to post. People are going to hate me, whatever.
I don't even have a wardrobe.
My father DIY'd that bad boy. I have a room. I also realized that this isn't my reality. Yeah, I might live in my parents' house, but it does not mean that I will live here for the rest of my life. I have goals. I have ambitions. So enjoy, bask in the ambiance, you know what I'm saying? It'll be nice to look back at these videos going back a couple years and going, whoa, wow, look at my place now, look at where I'm living, look what I'm driving, look what all these things. Doesn't matter. So if I waited to be in the right environment, let's say I had to wait till I had my place, I had to wait until I had all the things, all the stars aligning, I would have wasted time. That would have stopped me from editing these. That would have stopped me trying to learn a few bits and bobs for these, as well as it would have stopped me from planning these. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually really enjoy making these content. If you think like, if I do this, then I will get this. Like I get valued, I get approval, people will like me, people won't hate me. Accounting for everyone else's narrative. It's a reward orientated is a reward orientated way of thinking. Fuck me, holy shit. Relying on validation or a reward from someone else will get you absolutely nowhere. Matter of fact, it will stop you from doing things that you actually enjoy. If you don't learn this sooner or later, you'll just be inhibited and be stripped away from all kinds of freedom that you could have. You could enjoy things. So what I learned and what I want you to learn is that if someone doesn't think well of me, I cannot intervene with that. That's on them. If we are disliked, it's a clear exercise of your freedom. A sign that you're living in your own accordance, a sign that you're living in your own principles. So at the end, it's, people who like you or dislike you, that's someone else's task. Don't overburden yourself caring about someone else's task. Focus on your own task. What this book actually says, what did I say? They say, one more time, I give you the words of Adler. Someone has to start. Other people might not be cooperative, but that is not connected to you. My advice is this: you should start with no regard to whether others are cooperative or not. Beautiful. The second principle, self-acceptance. So although you can do all these self-affirmations, you can do all these things, writing down, all the journaling, all that, the other, yeah? You have to accept who you are. Accept the nooks and crannies, nails and bolts in you. It is not the equipment that you are born with. It is what you do with the equipment. I'm a short king. 4'6". I'm getting shorter as the videos go on. I'm not blessed with height, unfortunately. I can't be LeBron James. Fuck. Damn. Could have been LeBron James. I used to let this height thing affect me, and I clearly can't control that. My knees stopped going at some point. I attributed my height to why I was unsuccessful with girls. Shit, that must be it. It's because I'm small. And I attributed it to the fact that I wasn't strong. I attributed it to the fact that at the time when I was playing basketball in an academy, I sucked. And I was always, because of my height, I blamed all my shortcomings to my height. Then this self-esteem then impacts a part of you. Thinking like this inhibited me from being confident, being comfortable in my own skin, being at peace, just being me. So what I learned was, accept what is irreplaceable, accept that this is me, and have the courage to change what can be changed. So applying this template, I was unsuccessful with girls. What did I do? I went into sales jobs. I got exposed to more conversations, exposed to talking to more people. This allowed me to navigate conversations well. This allowed me to listen effectively. This allowed me to have less nervousness of talking to all kinds of people. I was unattractive, so I learned to groom myself. I got haircuts often. I took care of my hygiene. I took care of my skin. I started clipping my nails, taking care of my exterior. I then learned how to dress myself. I was physically weak. I was skinny, so I decided to go gym. I got my diet right. I stopped eating junk. And that's helped me form into this very frame. I understood that I could change the things I can change. I understood what I couldn't change, but I can change the things that I can. This self-acceptance is a long, hard look at yourself and reflecting on your life without judgment. When I went to my therapy session, she said, you've been with all these people, you've had all these experiences, you've let those experiences mold you, but who are you? And I literally freaked out. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Who am I? I decided to start listening to what my brain and my heart was feeling. I started listening to my gut. I stopped doubting myself and trusting myself in my decisions that I decided to make. You guys must have heard of it. It's God give me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and courage to change the things I can, and have the wisdom to always tell the difference. Although, yeah, of course, I could give you all these amazing principles, but at the end of the day, it's really life experience. You need to live life, but it's important that you set yourself in a certain frame. One thing that I always recommend to everyone is getting their fitness and their body right. It's one of the main key factors that literally builds the scaffolding. It's the scaffolding to improve and renovate certain parts of yourself. In conclusion, guys, it's achieving Self-authenticity takes work, it takes action, and it takes trusting yourself. It takes being vulnerable with yourself. Look into your values, your beliefs. What is it that you truly align with? Learn. Continue to learn. Always try and learn. The more you learn, the more you understand. The more that you're able to fit into different type of paradigms. I've been reticent about trying to talk about these scenarios because in reality, how can you find self-authenticity? Every person has their own path. I went through a lot of paths that was back in result through the hardships that I had to deeply reflect on myself. But don't judge yourself. I have confidence in you. You're here right now. The fact that this even hit your page shows you're trying to improve yourself. You're trying to better yourself. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. And as long as you try and continuously every day defeat the day as it comes, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Like and subscribe.